Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is the 31st tutorial in this course, and in this tutorial we're going to see how we can control the position of elements using CSS. So for this tutorial I have created a file that's called positioning.html, and in this file, in the style section, you can see that I have applied a few rules to the div element, and I've used a property called position, which doesn't have a value as of now, and then there are two other properties, left and top, which are supposed to place gaps in the page, and we'll understand this in just a moment. And inside the body section of this document, I have an h1 level heading which has the text, the coolest tutorials on the internet, and then inside the div element I have an image of my channel, which is tbt.jpg. That's the name of the file, and I've used the img tag to insert this image in the web page. So when I see this file in my browser just the way it is right now, this is how it looks. We have the heading, the coolest tutorials on the internet, and then I have my channel image, and this is the first channel image that I used, and I created this in Paint because at that time I didn't know how to use Photoshop. I still suck at it, but anyway, since this is the first one that I made, I kind of like it. And uh, coming back to positioning, the position property can take multiple values. The ones that we are going to see in this tutorial are fixed and relative. So if you would type fixed for position, then what will happen is you would have a gap of 300 pixels from the left and 300 pixels from the top, irrespective of whatever text, image, or link, or any other thing you have in your web page before your div tags, right? So in this case, in the div tags I have the image, but before the div tags I have an h1 level heading. But this is not going to make a difference. We are always going to have a gap of 300 pixels from the left and 300 pixels from the top. And to illustrate this, when I refresh the page, you see that the image shifts now. So we have a gap of 300 pixels from the top and 300 pixels from the left. Whereas if you would use the value relative here, what will happen is your browser is going to see all that precedes your div tags, and if you have a heading or a paragraph that contains some text or links or an image, it could be another image, or it could also be another div tag, then it's going to calculate the gap that it has to insert relative to the elements that it finds before your div tags, the ones to which you want to apply this particular property. So if I would save this file and refresh it in my browser, you can now see that the image further shifts down. That's because we have a gap of 300 pixels from the heading now, and not from the top of the page. And this would be more obvious probably if you have more text, not just one heading but a couple of headings, or an entire paragraph of text, and you could see that the image shifts down considerably. Whereas from the left, still, since there is nothing that it has here, nothing that the browser has found here, the gap remains the same, which is 300 pixels, right? So that's about controlling positions of elements in CSS. I hope you guys had fun watching this tutorial, and I hope you found this useful. You may subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to see you in the next video. Till then, take care.